All right, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and here today I'm with, what was your name again?
Rick Weisberg.
Rick, thank you.
No problem.
With Laser Marking Technologies, and basically we kind of were walking by, saw what you had here, thought it was pretty cool, and we wanted to see what's kind of unique or interesting, something about your company that you can tell us and people watching this.
Sure, a couple things that we're doing now. We're in the general purpose marking business, so that allows us to get into a lot of different areas, a lot of different companies. So we get into electronics, medical device manufacturing, automotive, aerospace, all of that. But on top of that, we've kind of branched out. We're working along the lines of doing some laser welding, and we're also building towards some large area marking that is fairly new to the industry, able to get into large areas without having to move the part around. So
Absolutely.
That's something that's fairly new and can solve some problems for customers that have to currently buy gantry systems that cause a lot of motion.
Sure. Okay. So kind of just to bring it back full circle with the people who are coming onto this through our blogs and information regarding transportation and supply chain, what are either any issues that you have currently in regards to shipping or anything that's really kind of important to you?
Yeah, so for us, one of the big things is, as the name implies, we've got a laser inside of a cabinet, and to do that, we have to move that beam around. So we're using mirrors, we're steering that beam around. It becomes pretty important to have some delicate handling of what it is that we're trying to move around. You can bash these mirrors around and cause misalignments, which then, obviously, once the customer gets the equipment, they've got an issue. So it's important to us to make sure that we've got people that understand that, take care of our equipment really well, ship it really well, and when it arrives, there's not all of these recalibrations that are necessary.
Absolutely, yeah. And as a partner company, in logistics, understanding our customers' freight, and for any company that's handling delicate freight like this, it is very important to kind of know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, you can get, we've had those instances where that hasn't happened, and therefore you start looking for people such as yourselves where that can take that type of equipment and treat it the way it needs to be treated.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much for your time, and for anyone here kind of watching the video, once again, Laser Marking Technologies, and thank you very much for your time here at Fabtech.
You're most welcome. Thanks a lot.
All right, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and today we're here over at R&B Machining Inc., talking with Ethan and Joe to see what they got going on and what's kind of cool, unique, or interesting that you're showing here today.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Well, we've got an all-electric IO sizer. We got rid of the hydraulics, and an all-electric 30-ton press.
Okay, and what application, I guess, would this be for? Just for some people that are kind of watching.
Our main customer is Tier 1 automotive.
Okay, the automotive industry.
Exhaust, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, for people kind of watching our video from our end regarding logistics and supply chain, is there anything that you guys kind of have difficulties with in your industry regarding shipping?
Occasionally we do have difficulty shipping into Mexico.
Absolutely.
Canada, not too bad, but
okay, sure.
A lot of the matching the invoices up to the packing slips makes it hard to get stuff through to Mexico.
And we have a lot of people that can relate to that. Okay. But once again, thank you guys for kind of coming in, giving us a little information about your machines. Ethan and Joe here at R&B Machining, and we appreciate your time.
Not a problem.
Thanks, guys.
Guy by nature, don't worry about it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so regarding our viewers and people that are kind of tune into us through logistics and supply chain, what are some things that you have the capabilities with as far as integration, especially with systems like ours, like a TMS?
Well, I got a really good feature for you. So, besides all these apps that is doing a lot of things, this is one of my favorite items here. We call it alert management, right? Which means you can basically, and I told you earlier it was very simple to use, 3 simple steps. You select one of the errors you can have on our machines, anything. You select then a user and a number of machines, which means, of course, you can send the appropriate errors to the internal users.
Right.
But if you have guys doing supply chain, you can say, out of wire, you select the email for the supply chain person, select one or all the machines, now you add the alert, and you'll see the out of wire error popping up here, which means you can get pre-warning when your supply chain is not working the way it's supposed to work.
Right, so that'll give kind of better communication and visibility in order to start that process and get those materials.
Absolutely. Even with an offline system, thanks to the email, you can now take people who are outside your organization, if you allow them to, give them these alerts so they will always be on par.
Absolutely. That's fantastic information to know. And
good.
Roel, thank you so much again.
Your pleasure.
For the
My
information. Once again, ESAB here at Fabtech. Thank you. All right, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis at our final day here at Fabtech, and we're here with Aaron with AP Laser, and we just kind of were walking by, saw you had some cool looking machinery, and we want to know what was going on. So what's kind of unique or exciting about you guys?
What's unique and exciting is we offer a couple different products. We don't just stand with we have new to market is our fiber product, but our CO2 product is its own unique animal. It's a patented system, which we'll talk about in just a second. We just introduced our fiber line, which this is one of our smaller units. We have ranging up to 3 kilowatt machines, whether it be tube benders, our pipe cutting machines. We also have a dual CO2 fiber machine for industrial purposes. Okay. But what's really impressive, if you watch the stool there, is our CO2 machine. Everybody's seen a CO2 marker, CO2 engraver, but this one is unique in itself because it's got a patented removable Z-axis. The Z-table down here actually is removable, allowing you to roll larger things underneath of it. So here's a picture of it. Because it's running right now, it's an open architecture system. It's the only machine in the world that can do this, where you can pull out the Z-axis and then roll something larger underneath it. It's a patented system. The top is also removable, which means you can actually lift that top off its frame and put it on a floor, so you can actually mark flooring and other flat pieces right down on the floor. Yes.
That does sound really unique and interesting. Definitely not something I've heard being here throughout the week. So for the people who kind of watch this and come on to us regarding logistics and supply chain, what issues have you had regarding shipping, and what is really important to you guys in your process?
Well, obviously with lasers and logistics supply chain, we're dealing with a lot of delicate instruments. So we need to have carriers that we can trust that are going to handle our machines, not necessarily with a white glove service, but with a service that's going to not damage our equipment. Because the last thing you want when you make a large purchase is to receive the machine and see the crate all tore up and then damage to the product inside that we then have to adjust. And we've gotten pretty good with that, but now it's also just pricing and integrity, what I call the integrity of the carrier.
Right.
What I mean by that is if I weigh everything before it goes out, so if they give me a weight inspection, a reweight, and then tell me that I have to pay more money because my weight was off, they're wrong.
Right. So yeah, just looking for those, reputable carriers, and really having, people that you can work with that kind of understand your freight, your machines, what you guys are doing, and then also be there to kind of support you on the back end and not be trying to do kind of last minute changes in your pricing.
Right, and the other thing that really becomes a hassle, and why I'm looking at going for a company to handle this stuff for me, is I don't have time to sit there and audit every shipment to make sure that I'm holding the carriers accountable.
Right.
That's not what I get paid to do.
Absolutely.
And I can't afford to pay somebody to do that. So I do see that I'm going to find this to be probably very beneficial to go with a company that's going to handle all that, the logistics side of that for me.
Absolutely. We couldn't agree with you more, but definitely love the stuff that you got going on here, and we'll definitely want to kind of take some more shots of it to put in the video. But I really appreciate your time, Aaron, and look forward to talking to you again. And once again, last day here at Fabtech, AP Laser. Thank you very much.